Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into the Performance Lab. Don't forget to subscribe below to the right for updates to new videos and a huge announcement coming up. Enjoy!
Hey, what's up everyone? Morey Croson here from the Performance Lab of California, and we have another new breakdown for you today on Justin Gatlin. And really I did a start mechanics video yesterday on Usain Bolt, and so I just wanted to give a comparison. Justin Gatlin's obviously a little bit shorter and just has a little bit different mechanics overall, so I just wanted to go into some of the similarities, some of the differences, and what makes Justin Gatlin start so overall good. And you can see, the big thing that he does is and it's the same thing as Usain Bolt, and this is something that I'll obviously talk about a lot, but you can see the overall hip drop as he's getting going, where he goes from here to really letting those hips go underneath him, and then from that initial hip drop, now is when he creates overall push off of that back leg to really get that full extension, that triple extension within that leg, and makes it so then he can really address any type of stumbling issue, right? Because that ends up being a big thing. And we can see really how good he does landing on really that ball of the foot and the toe, and being able to have that strength to be able to land on that toe and continue to create a good amount of force through that foot, even though he lands on such a small overall surface. One of the things I thought was interesting, though, if we really look and slow this down for guys that are using the blocks to start, is before he goes, you can see he has a little bit of a separation between the actual block and his feet, and then he uses that to kind of push back into, and then from there pushes off and gets that initial movement during the actual start. And so, just something that's a little bit unique to what he does in his actual movement pattern. One of the things that's also very unique to him is really his tendency to maintain that head really far down, and keeping a little bit more flexion within the spine. You could see in what we went over yesterday was with Usain Bolt, how he keeps that head up and keeps that spine much more upright, where Justin Gatlin does more of like a roundness of the head, roundness of the spine as he's getting himself going. And what I think that does, it helps him in really staying more on the toes as he's running instead of getting too much into the heels. He really does a great job of keeping those heels off the ground on each one of the steps, and I think that's going to be crucial in being able to really get you going the best you can. I love this angle as well, just because it shows, and a lot of you guys, I think can benefit from this when they're pushing off. Notice how a lot of these guys really get, you can even see Usain Bolt getting that knee in, you can see Justin Gatlin getting the knee in. I think that's really important in getting that really nice start, is being able to get that knee up and across, just because it helps you in generating downward force very, very quickly on each one of these steps, and really makes it so you're able to have a little bit more range of motion. Then once he gets going, you can see there's not as much of the leg coming across. Usain Bolt continues with it a little bit more so, but as time goes, you don't want to end up coming too far across, but at the very beginning, it's definitely something that you end up wanting to do, just because it creates a little bit more ability for the hip to go into flexion, and doesn't put as much of a requirement on the spine to maintain as much extension during that time period. Again, you can see hip drops a lot, gets full extension. After that hip drops, that's when he really extends off, and that makes it so, again, he will not have to struggle as much with the stumbling part. And then notice where, in that lower back, he is a little bit more rounded in the lower back area, but really he does a good job of not getting too compressed in this area. He still is maintaining some degree of extension through there, even though he is a little bit more bent over. He does do a good job, especially when he's pushing off, and creating extension on each one of those legs. So he's really mostly flexed through the head and through the mid-back. And one of the things with Justin Gatlin that's very interesting as well, and probably assists him during this phase as well, is you can tell he's very, very tense. He's not as much into the, relaxedness and trying to necessarily, keep him so relaxed, right? He's very, very tense. You can see the tenseness in his neck. You can see the tenseness in his overall breathing patterns. He's holding his breath a lot more than the average sprinter, which really has a big impact on his ability to, generate force. So he generates force a lot differently. He's not as open. He's not as loose. He's generating a lot of force because of the limitation that he creates within the breath, which is, I think, makes a big impact on his ability to run fast. I think it helps him being able to run fast. He's one of the top sprinters in the world. I think that by him being able to maintain some of that flexion and some of that tensity in his body, it maintains his core position and makes it so he's able to generate more force. So it obviously helps him being able to, run a little bit faster. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys some comparison of what Justin Gatlin does and how he's a little bit more flex, and you can maintain some flexion within your body. Just when you're flexed, you have to be a lot more on your toes and you have to be a lot quicker with your feet, where Usain Bolt's going to take up a little bit more space on each one of the steps, not going to be as quick with the feet, but he's also going to take a little bit longer to get going. So, whatever goes a little bit more towards your body, we want to be able to provide solutions that will allow you to still have success there. Where there's not, I don't think, one way to be able to sprint. I think everybody has their own individual technique that's going to be correct for them. And what we just try to do is help you in better understanding what's going to be the technique that you're going to be able to utilize to have the most success that's set up with your anthropometrics or your body alignment, and being able to understand that and connect to that, I think, is crucial to being able to have a long, sustainable career. So as always, guys, let me know if you have any questions. We'll have a couple links below. Check out our free running mechanics guide. I think it's one of the most valuable things that I have out there right now, or really just in general, one of the most valuable free resources you can use if you're trying to really improve your sprinting speed or even running mechanics in general. All right, let me know if you have any questions, and we'll talk soon.
Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it, and if you did, you can subscribe down below, and that way you can get updates on any of the new videos that we get. Also, if you want to, you can check out some of our other breakdowns for speed and throwing. We have exercises, also jumping mechanics videos, a lot of great stuff within our channel. Hope you enjoy.